episode 6 of Old Head Young Minds. I'm Robert Penner.
I'm Allison Fine.
And our special guest is...
Joe Gomez.
All right.
Wait, did you almost forget your last name? There's a slight pause.
I like to build a little bit of suspense before I drop the whole name on you, you know?
You're not going to tell him the whole name?
That's actually Joe, the JokeDaddy Gomez.
Okay.
I think that's why I hesitated, because I was like,
All right.
do I really want to do that right here? Because I feel like this is more intimate. You know, I'm not the JokeDaddy, or did you want the JokeDaddy?
I mean, you're here, like...
I mean, you want me to fuck shit up? We can fuck shit up. We can go, y'all. What's up? It's JokeDaddy in the house. I'm here with my homies, Allison Fine, Robert Penner. I'm on They Podcast.
Did we just give up our podcast?
Right? We just released them.
Old Heads, Young Minds.
homie.
What's up? We straight from the west side. You know, it's the best side. We play some Tupac to this. Just
Okay.
lay it in
All
there.
right. It's out of control already.
You can take it back. All right. Joe Gomez in the house, y'all. I'm really glad to be here.
We're really glad that you're
We're
here.
glad to be here.
Awesome.
All right, let's start. We usually do a mental check-in. You good? You good?
I'm good now. But we gonna get into it. So I'm not even gonna go into
You're
what's
not
gone
gonna
on
go
in
into
the
that?
last
Okay.
few weeks.
All right, okay. All right.
Because we'll get into all of it.
I got
So,
you. I got you.
I'm good now. I'll say that.
Okay, Joe, you good?
Yeah, I'm good. Absolutely.
On our podcast, we just think it's really important
Yeah.
because we have a lot of trauma between the two of us. And so even though we are here as comedians and friends, it's important that we talk about it. So that's why we always do this mental health check-in.
I appreciate it because as a coach with the Tacoma School District, one of the things that we do before all check-in or before all practices and games is we do a check-in.
Dope.
And we do the same thing. Like, where we at on a scale of 1 to 5, or on
How old are the kids that you coach?
I've coached everything from second grade through high school.
And you check
But
in with the kids?
I check in with the kids.
I love it.
We sit down and we're like, where we at? You know,
I love it.
We happy, we sad, we angry, we frustrated, we scared, we timid. We're like, where we at?
As a social worker and a teacher, normalizing mental health check-ins, that's how you do it right there. Second grade. The second grader doesn't understand, like, I'm happy, like I am every day or whatever, but that's, like, you're teaching them lifelong lessons. That's,
well, they be
that's
asking
awesome.
me too, like, Coach Joe, where you at? And I'm like, ooh, I hadn't thought about it, but now that you asked me,
Does anyone have some
stuff.
Kleenex?
Yeah. What about you, Robert?
I'm good now. I'm good.
Now.
I'm good.
We got a lot to talk about.
Oh,
Yeah, I know.
man, this is going to be
I feel
heavy.
like Joe's going to be a returning guest on this.
Should I be Dr. Joe? Do we need to work through some things? Like,
Oh my
I
gosh.
do counseling on the side, so
Oh, wow.
something a lot of people don't know. I can put on the doctor voice.
The doctor voice. The doctor voice. I don't know that one.
Okay, so we had Joe. So, you know, we have a format to our shows and a format when we have guests. But Joe, we had Joe on specifically because there's just the last couple weeks have been kind of wild for us. But like, and Joe is an integral part of some of that, right?
Yeah.
So I will just say also, we've talked about the Open Mic Collective. And the Open Mic Collective is that group that there's 8 or 9 producers, and we run a bunch of open mics and shows. And Joe, you know, Robert's one of the producers there. I founded it, and Joe's actually one of the original producers as well. I asked Joe to be part of the collective just because he's the most experienced comic of all of us in the group. Well, Brandon came later, so yeah, you are for sure.
It's just funny to hear that like being said, because like nobody's heard of me, so they're gonna be like, "We've never heard of him. How experienced is he?" But I appreciate that.
But if you don't know comedy, you don't understand like
Yeah.
how deep an individual market goes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you could be the funniest guy I mean, there are people that, like Sam Miller,
yeah,
like 85% of the country, probably 95% of the country doesn't know who Sam Miller is. But we look at Sam Miller and we're like, man.
oh my God,
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's just the way it is. But you are one of the more experienced people. So when I was starting the collective, your insight was incredibly valuable to me.
thank you.
And I have a lot of respect for you. And also because you are one of those people, for me personally, that is not afraid to be like, you're fucking tripping. And most people don't do that shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I need that feedback and not the typical Pacific Northwest you're fucking tripping, and then I'm not going to ever talk to you again and block you on all the social medias and be weird.
Yeah.
You're just like, you're fucking tripping. We're going to talk about it. And then, you know, so I really respect that. And that's why I wanted you to be part of that group.
Oh, thank
So,
you. Appreciate it.
so we're all producers for the Open Mic Collective. But
Oh, yeah, we're all three.
that's still not why we're here. I don't even know where to start.
I don't either. It's been a crazy.
I kind of don't either. You're building it up like it's a lot.
Well,
And I don't really know what it is. And I feel like I'm that kid, like I just got pulled into the principal's office. And you'd be
No,
like,
it's not bad.
you tell us why we're here. It's
Well-
crazy.
well, there's been a gap between our episode 5 and episode 6,
Okay.
just because like we've both been busy.
Right.
We've both been busy, and then life fucking kicked us in the ass on certain things. And
Well,
Yeah.
okay. Why don't you talk about what happened last week and why,
okay, so last week.
where you were last week and
Okay,
why we
so
couldn't
last
tape.
week I was busy. I think I've mentioned it on episode 4. I'm a baseball nerd, and I went to the home run derby and the All-Star game, which was fucking amazing because I loved it, and I had a great time. So I was busy. That was Monday and Tuesday
Right.
of that week, and then Wednesday of that week, I did my first 30 minutes set, and that was pretty cool.
That was really cool. I was there.
Yeah, you were there. Thanks for coming to the sport. And then just normal busyness.
Right.
No.
So you had a busy week because the All-Star game was here in
Yeah.
Seattle.
Yeah.
We were going to tease it on the last episode,
Yeah.
and Mercedes was just like, well, since you're quitting your job,
Yeah.
I was in the process of negotiating my resignation from the state of Washington.
Right.
I've worked there for 10 years, and the environment had become extremely toxic and abusive, and I'm a really strong believer in labor unions, and me and my union was fighting it out with management, but it just got to the point where it wasn't worth it anymore. So I said, I will walk away, but you're going to pay me. And so I was in the process of doing that, which as of this Monday, I have completed that. But then I had a situation, well, a few months ago, we all decided we would go on an adventure together.
Yeah.
Where were we going to go, you
Yo,
guys?
we was going to go out to the Gorge.
Do you want to explain that for people who don't live
Oh,
here?
yeah. People who don't know the Gorge is an amazing venue in Eastern Washington. Typically a music venue. They have a lot of music festivals, EDM, solitary bands, individual artists, or like Dave Matthews Band packs it out every September. It's pretty dope. You can go and camp. It's a big party. And so we was going to go for the first ever comedy festival at the Gorge, headlined by Bert Kreischer. It was a tour he put together, and it was going to be baller. I mean, it was baller, but we don't have to talk about that right
We're
now.
going to get there. So how long ago was that we bought tickets? Like 5 months ago, maybe?
March, I think it was
Yeah.
March.
Was it?
Sounds
Okay.
about right.
So like 4
Sounds
months ago.
about right.
So we all bought tickets. There was like 8 of us going or something. And we were going to camp. I was struggling with the camping part only because I haven't camped in forever. I have a really bad back. But everybody reassured me, like, we'll be good. And if nothing else, I could sleep in the back of the truck. So I was like, okay, yes, I want to do this. This is going to be super fun. And it was a bunch of dudes and then me and Joe's wife, Christy. But we get along, so that was good. I was like, okay, we'll be fine. And we got the premiere. So there's real bathrooms. That was the biggest part for me, was that there's real bathrooms. So it was going to be fun. I was super excited.
They're actually really nice.
Yeah, I saw the thing that you guys did. That was pretty funny. Yeah. So
Finer is.
I saw his, but I didn't see. All right. Well, maybe I just missed it. We'll get there, you guys. So a few weeks ago, my brother calls from Southern California and says, hey, me and, Jen, his wife, my brother's name is Tim, the boys, I have 3 nephews, we're thinking about coming to Seattle. And I was like, cool, when are you guys coming? No, he already had the dates, the itinerary, like everything already planned. He just hadn't even bothered to ask me, if I had a life. And it happened to be this weekend of the Gorge thing, the Bert Kreischer experience. And so I was sad, but I was like, I don't get to spend a lot of time with my family, especially my nephews. So I really wanted to be with them. So I kind of turned inward on our group and I said, hey, you guys, like if I can get this ticket off, I'd like to. And then another one of us got stuck working. So thanks to JokeDaddy, 2 of his friends were able to buy our tickets, buy our camping out, so we didn't lose any money, which was nice. So I wasn't able to go, and I was sad. Yeah. In some ways,
We were sad.
it worked okay.
Yeah, we were sad.
And I appreciate that. I'm glad that you guys were sad. I'm not.
It worked okay in
I'm not glad that
hindsight.
you were
Like
sad,
we
but-
never would have seen what happened. Like we never would have seen it happen. Like, but that's a different story for you to tell. Well, for you, like for your experience, why like it kind of worked out for you.
Okay, yes.
To not go,
yes.
like that's crazy.
I've had a lot of weird experiences. Actually, we can even go back a week because the week before, I'm going to be purely indulgent here. The Saturday before this festival, there is a 4-month-long contest that's going on that another comedian, Tony Peters, is running out of a place called Coco Joe's. And it's 3 months of preliminary comics. And then there's like a finale in September. And the top 3 comics each month go on to that finale. And Joe was there.
I was there.
And
I got robbed, y'all. And I got robbed.
Wait, you were there the week before?
I was the week.
Okay, so you were there at the Stepping Stone contest.
Yes,
so you were there, and you said it was kind of crazy.
Yeah, it was not a good crowd at all.
Coco Joe's is wild.
Yeah, it's wild.
That's just a wild bar venue. But who went forward? Do you remember?
Brandon White.
I didn't know B. White.
I always mess up his name. Slattery.
Jack Slattery.
Jack Slattery.
Okay.
And Tommy T.
Tommy
Oh,
too.
Tommy. Okay.
Yeah.
And then I heard Peter Artman got like a
I
push.
think they gave him a push.
So that was the June group, and the July group. There was a bunch of good comics, including myself, including JokeDaddy, including our friend Mike Hansen, right?
Yep.
And Mike and I the entire night were like, me, Joe, Mike. We should be the 3 that will go forward. My guess was. Joe, do you want to tell him who won that night?
Allison won because she got the gay vote. I'm gonna say
a gay bar.
It is now.
That's funny.
No, it's actually funny. I don't know if you know this. I know he does because he's there. But when I was walking in, there was like 4 people walking in, and they were like, "Oh, hey, are you performing tonight?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm part of the contest." And they were like, "Oh, okay, we know you from blah blah blah." And I was like, "That's cool." And then at one point during someone else's set, I went to my car, and these 2 girls followed me outside. Different set of girls followed me outside, and they were like, "Hey, are you gonna go up tonight?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm number 7 or whatever." And they were like, "Oh, you're so funny. We've seen you before."
Nice.
And so before we left, Chris, who's the DJ for karaoke, he was like, "Thanks for being in a crowd, yo." I was like, "I didn't know those people." And so I won. I beat JokeDaddy.
Yeah,
but it was bullshit.
Who's the other 2?
Some local chick who brought a whole table of people.
She did, yeah.
I mean, I don't even know who she was. And, I'm not going to comment on her comedy, but whatever. And then Mark Johnston, the old guy with the gray hair that I haven't seen in a while.
Wow.
So, yeah, it was interesting. I don't know how that worked out, but
It's all good. I couldn't even make it to the championship round because I'll be in Cali. So,
But I am getting a tattoo that says "I beat JokeDaddy in a contest." I am. I wasn't gonna,
remarketing.
but like,
That's awesome. That's awesome.
on your belly, like Sam Miller. Like, what's your belly
Right
tattoo
where-
say?
right where
It
Josh
says-
Firestein's America is. I'm kidding. But you did get robbed.
Belly tattoo also?
Who?
Do I need to get a belly
It
tattoo?
wouldn't
to make
hurt.
it?
It wouldn't hurt, I guess.
Gross.
I'm thinking about getting one.
Nobody needs to see that. So that happened the week before, and that kind of worked out because I was actually in the running to host for Godfrey at TCC, and that didn't work out. But I ended up winning that contest, which was really it was good for my soul.
No, it's good. It's good.
But then I was just like, "There's no way Joe. I mean, Joe's funnier than me. I mean, Joe's so experienced. So
From experience.
I mean, no, you're more experienced.
Thank you.
So that was kind of weird, but hopefully he'll. Oh, you're not going to be here anyway, so it won't
No, I
matter.
won't be here. I'm
So,
sorry. I won't be able to support you guys.
All right, well, you can send some people my way because I want to win now.
So you did that weekend.
So that was that weekend.
And then
we were still negotiating if I was going to go because I was thinking about going to the Gorge after all because of the scheduling and stuff. And thankfully, again, I'll say that. Thank you so much for finding that couple that would buy all those tickets so that way I wasn't out any money. And then Wednesday morning last week, I wake up and my daughter's like, "Mom, I don't feel good." And we've talked before, my daughter's, she's special needs. And oftentimes she has aches and pains. And I'm like, tell me in 2 days if it still hurts. And 99% of the time, I don't hear about it again. But that day she was like, "Mom, my stomach, it feels like it's shooting pains and all of these things." So I went downstairs and did some work. And I made her lay on the couch and take every medicine possible, and it was still happening. So I was like, okay, this is real. So we went to the ER. We spent most of the day in the ER for her. She has a little hernia, which we knew about, but it's probably getting bigger. So we got a CAT scan. We know she's good. And then we went home that day. The next day, we had to clean our house, get ready for my brother to come. Now we're all on Friday. So my Friday was getting up in the morning and going to Seattle with my family. And what'd you guys do on Friday?
So Friday, I was off, but we were all meeting together to head to the Gorge on Friday night.
Yeah. Well, Friday afternoon.
Friday afternoon.
Yeah. So you picked up my wife.
Yep.
Then you picked up Crispin.
Right.
We loaded the truck Thursday night.
Yeah, right.
I technically didn't even sell your ticket till like Wednesday night. So like it was like down to the wire where I was just gonna be like, well, you're gonna have to go, which would have been great. But then, yeah, so Friday we're packing up, or you picked me up in Seattle. We hit 90. We had to stop in Issaquah because Crispin didn't have socks.
Wow.
Crispin with his socks.
And I don't think he wore socks the entire weekend. So I don't know why we made that stop. We had to get food also. So we got food. And
But what was your big plan for the Gorge that night?
Oh, man, we was going to party and do a show.
Yeah.
At
Do
the
you guys want to tell them about your
marketing
strategy?
Well, we did start it on Facebook on some of like the events, and had some people hit me up.
We told people about it in the event, and then we at like the Facebook Gorge Burt Kreischer event page, we were like, we're gonna be camping, come find us, we're doing a show, and then some people hit up Pinner. It was pretty cool, and then
but who did you
we
invite?
made TikToks.
Who did you invite to the?
We invited Bert.
Yeah,
we invited Bert.
How many times did we do a video?
Oh man, we did like 7 videos.
Right.
I don't know. It was.
So they kept doing these videos. They were like,
Instagram.
Bert, we're doing an open mic on Friday. Come through.
And it turns out he was in Boise that night.
So then we were like, well, Saturday, let's do it after your show.
Yeah.
Because that's exactly what people want after being at a 5-hour
comedian.
5-hour comedy festival to go to see more comedy from us.
Well,
assholes.
I love the video. I'm sure I didn't see them all, but I love the video when you were basically like, well, fuck it. Bert's not responding. Hey, Ralph Barbosa, come through on that Friday night to our open mic. And that was so funny. I just want to say, like, big props to you guys for being so creative. That was super fun to watch.
Thank you.
It also made me even sadder that I wasn't going to be there, but
I was so sad that Ralph didn't hit us back because like I love that dude. He is so funny. I'm so like excited to see like another Latino like coming up in the game.
Can I tell you a secret?
What? You got him? Is he gonna come through that door right now? Oh my god!
I have some negotiations going on behind the scenes to try bring him out to headline Fresh and Funny.
All right,
Nice.
all right.
Because Ralph he might be too big for us at this point, but
So you know I have to host then.
then I can be the feature. If you don't want to be the feature.
Oh, I mean, if you need me to.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Oh my gosh, I'm like blushing right
Just
now.
for you who don't know, just for those of you who don't know, the feature is a very important role, and a lot of people don't like to host. But Joe and I actually both like to host.
Yeah.
But so that might that's a goal. That's
be
one of the
dope.
people.
Hold on though. I'm sorry. This is getting derailed. I don't know how much time y'all got, but I'm just saying.
Oh, we're good.
So I listened to you guys' other show with JoJo, and you were talking how you know Macklemore's on.
I don't know Macklemore.
Oh,
no.
but we're gonna
I know
find
where
out.
he lives. I know where he lives up on
No creepy.
I know where. Okay.
Wow.
All right, you know where he lives. Tony Peters is
Things only white girls can say. Is,
No,
I know where he
where he
lives.
lives because when I drove Lyft and Uber, that's
okay.
all I'm gonna say is that's how I know where he lives.
Okay.
But I wouldn't also leave I wouldn't be like, here's his address, JoJo.
Okay.
No.
So because I love that guy, and he actually
Macklemore?
he saved my life. I've seen him like before he got big. I got turned on to him by a song he did called "The Other Side," and it was about going through sobriety.
Yeah.
And it was just like it was when it was on like the original Red Hot Chili Peppers Californication soundtrack, or it's not a soundtrack, what's that called? Sample. And it was so dope and just spoke to me.
I don't think I've ever heard it.
And then you can't find it anymore
hard.
because it was like he produced it independently.
Oh, so he didn't have the
get
rights.
permission. Yeah. And so, but it was like it was on like public TV. And like he did like a special with them with PBS, and like he was playing his music.
Wild.
Yeah, and like I had seen him when he was doing like college shows and shit.
Got it.
So like, yeah, big ups to that cat.
I have a lot of respect. I don't know why people make fun of Macklemore. I think he's brilliant.
He's from Seattle. He's corny, but
I guess,
but hey, we're from Seattle. I mean, you know, from wearing cowboy boots at the bar on Capitol Hill, man. That's how he gets down.
I like Macklemore because I like how authentic he is.
Yeah.
Like the fact that he talks about his sobriety so openly.
Yeah.
And like when he relapsed, he was like, "This is what happened, you guys."
Yeah.
And
then he just relapsed at COVID again.
oh, he did?
Yep.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he
I mean,
talks about that,
that's what recovery is
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
So
Every day,
I like
one day at a
Macklemore.
time.
I think it's weird when people shit on him. But you know what? People still shit on Eminem 20 years later because he's white. You know, like, it's just weird to me, but whatever.
I know people shit on me too. It's weird.
So, well...
Me too.
We'll get to that. Just like. So, anyways, yes, I'm going. Me and a potential partner have been in talks about trying to get Ralph to come out here and headline a night,
Dope.
which would be dope. And it may not be at a club; it may be like at a theater. So that's a goal for me. Okay, so I love their marketing. It made me sad because it just reminded me how much I was going to miss out on. But you guys are off to the Gorge on Friday.
Yeah.
I'm with my family in Seattle doing family in Seattle shit. And my brother, it was kind of sad because my brother, he didn't feel good. Like he started throwing up at the end of the day. I think he was getting like heat stroke, which is weird because he's from California, but I just don't think he had enough liquids. And they had just driven up 18 hours the day before and whatever. So my brother's getting kind of sick. And my body's having like weird reaction to life. Like with women, our cycles get weird when we're stressed out, all kinds of shit. You have a daughter, a former daughter. You have a wife and daughters. Like our bodies are very weird and they respond to stress, right? So I was having a bunch of weird issues. And then all of a sudden I wake up like Tuesday with like a pimple. And I'm like, I haven't had a pimple in a long time. Friday morning, I wake up with a pimple under my nose. And I was like, what is this? But my family's here. My daughter's sick. Like, I'm missing out on this big trip with my friends. And I'm about to quit my job, right? And so I have a lot going on.
A lot.
So I go out with my family, and during the day, my face is just getting worse, and it's hurting so bad. Now, the side of my face where that pimple was the side that, if you guys remember back in episode 2, it's where I got stabbed. And when I got stabbed underneath my eye, that section of my face is permanently numb, right? So it feels tingly all the time. And so throughout the day, again, it's hot outside. I can feel my face starting to like swell, right? And I'm just thinking it's the heat and this pimple. So we leave. My brother goes off with his family out to Bangor. And my mom and I and my daughter, we drive down. I'm going to host a show in Auburn. So I go host a show, which we didn't even talk about, but there's 0 people in the audience at Vinifera that night, which we've never had. So that was very interesting, but everybody's cool. And it just sucked because Amanda Lynn-Deal had come up from Portland, and like Lucy Tollefson had come from Seattle. She doesn't drive. So like there's a lot of effort made, but we had a good time. We hung out, we had dinner. We did tell some jokes to each other. And there's like 2 people.
You guys literally didn't do a show.
2 people sitting at the bar. Well, I mean, there was a couple people. There was a table that was there, and then they asked to be moved because they didn't want to. It was a bunch of old people, and they didn't want to be in the comedy area. So
when does this drop?
When does what drop?
When does this podcast drop?
Probably 3 weeks, 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
I was gonna say I'm hosting there this week, so
we'll see how that goes.
So I better not be in there like come out, but never mind.
It's something that we need to talk about as a collective. I think next summer we need to push all of our shows back to 8.
Why do you think I take the summers off?
Yeah, it's tough.
I mean,
anyways,
off.
So my face, I also am feeling like shit, right? I'm tired. My face is like exploding, and I just want to go home. So I go home. I wash my face, and I know this is gross to some people, but I'm like, I'm gonna pop this pimple, right, to try and relieve some of this pressure.
Some people like pimple.
So I don't watch that shit. That's nasty. But he was talking about that Dr. Pimple Popper.
I think he just had her on
Gross. Yeah, that's so nasty to me.
I'm gonna watch it.
So I go and I'm like, I'm gonna pop this pimple, and so I do, and nothing comes out. And I'm like, So I'm like squeezing it a little harder. And then all of a sudden I see what's underneath it, and it's gray. And it's like gray matter, like infection. And so I realized right then.
Like zoom in on your nose.
No, do not zoom in on my nose. You guys can't even see it from here. That's why I wanted to see what. That's why I was looking at it myself.
I put the mic
right there.
So I knew right then it was MRSA.
Yeah.
So when I got stabbed and I was in the hospital, I contracted MRSA. I'm sure Joe has it. Joe works in a healthcare setting.
What?
Like
I do not.
Yeah, I'm sure you. I bet you do have it dormant in your system.
I better not.
Almost everyone that works in a healthcare system or a daycare or many people have MRSA in their system.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's very common.
But MRSA is like I don't know if it's an infectious disease technically. I don't know exactly what it's called, or what it's classified as. But MRSA is something that can kill you, and it can be activated by trauma, stress, all kinds of stuff. I learned about MRSA initially when I was in the hospital. I was isolated at Harborview after my stabbing because I had the MRSA. So when anyone came in the room, they had to gown up, mask up, whatever.
Yep.
And then about a year and a half after the stabbing, I got a spider bite on my arm, which I just thought was a spider bite. And it started to like bigger. I was picking at it. I was, trying to get the infection out. Cause I'm like, I'm not going to the ER for like a spider bite until like I couldn't raise my arm anymore. And when I went to the doctor finally, he goes, that's MRSA. And I was like, wait, I have to deal with this now? He's like, this is something that you could deal with the rest of your life. Now, when I experience it normally, it's like little tiny white bumps. And it's like one, and I'll like scratch it off or it'll go away, and that's fine. But I knew from that arm experience that that's what this was. And so I call my mom in the room, my poor mom who's here for vacation, and I'm bawling my eyes out, and I'm like, this is MRSA. And so we went to the ER, and the doctor gave me a bunch of meds. So this is Friday night. Got a bunch of meds, went home with a prescription for more antibiotics, painkillers, whatever. Saturday morning, before we could even get the prescription, my face is like 15% bigger. Go back to the ER. And then they gave me some IV.
So they didn't even admit you right away.
No. I went, they gave me an IV. They gave me a CAT scan to make sure that there wasn't an abscess in my face. Because remember, we're talking about like, this is next to my brain, right? They wanted to make sure there was no abscess that they had to drain. They sent me home. Okay, so slept off Saturday, slept off Sunday. Monday morning, it feels like it's starting to get better incrementally. Monday, I wake up, it's red. It's like, it's 2 a.m. It's red, it's hurting, I'm crying, like I cannot stop the pain. Call the nurse's phone. She's like, yes, you need to go. So this is my 3rd trip to the ER Monday morning. As soon as I get there, I can't stop crying. Like, I'm just so upset because the emotional ties of how this came to be is overwhelming for me. And so they took me into the back of the ER, and immediately they said, it was actually the doctor from Friday night. He was back on Monday morning. So he was like, you're staying. So so I ended up staying 2 days in the hospital on like extremely strong antibiotics. The main one, I had 3, but the main one's called vancomycin, which they actually have to then do your blood work more often because your kidneys could fail because of the antibiotic or whatever. And it was tough. It was really tough. And I'm like updating you guys and I'm putting pictures on my social media. Like, this is what I'm experiencing right now because I'm just an external processor that way. But I think the reason why, for me, I wanted you guys to talk about what you experienced at the festival. But the tie-in here is that the more I thought about it, and I talked to my mom about this last night, if I would have gone with you guys to the festival, you guys know me. I'm a tough-ass bitch. I would have been like, I'm good. Like, I'll go when I go home. I'll deal with it.
And for me, MRSA can spread, right? If you have MRSA?
If I have MRSA and I have like an open wound and like I hug you and you have an open wound, then it could spread, yes. Okay. But not like if I cough or something, no. Okay. But remember, this is my nose. So it's like, my nose is leaking. You know what I'm saying? Like it's the infection is coming out through my nose. So yes, I wouldn't want to give it to anybody.
It's possible, but it's not.
But my biggest thing is I think I would have tried to tough it out.
Yeah.
And told you guys like, I'm good. And that could have turned into sepsis. And I'm like, I was joking in our group chat when we said this, but like I could have died this weekend. Yeah. Because I don't think, unless you guys, which I'm guessing the 2 of you specifically, Crispin would have let the bitch die. But I think you 2 specifically, combined with Christine's mom powers, would probably be like,
she would have mommed the hell out of you.
We're taking you to the hospital. Like, no, we're doing something. But it was scary.
No, we actually, once we sobered up Sunday afternoon, we actually were like, holy shit. Because like we're partying all night Friday. We're partying from like 12 in the afternoon Friday until like 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
And we're like oblivious that like any of this is happening.
Yeah.
We get caught up and we're like, oh shit. Like, can you imagine? Oh, wait, am I allowed to cuss?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, fuck yeah. And,
It's my podcast, bro.
Fuck it. He's like, oh.
but yeah, we were like, can you imagine? Like, what would we have done? Like, you know, or like,
My mom
that would have
said,
been a horrible experience for Allison.
my mom said, if they're your true friends, they would have made you a medical care.
Oh, yeah.
And the Gorge probably would have airlifted you to Harborview. Like that's because I think all of these conversations would have happened, you know, much later in the process. So I probably would have been much further along in the pain. But it was insane. Like I had to pull my lip ring out through the inside because my lip was so swollen. They had to cut my nose rings off. I'm going to get them put back in tomorrow. But like, that's how bad my face was swollen. And I'm just, as much as I missed out on all the experience that you guys had, and I was so sad, and it was so weird how everything happened.
It worked out like
the universe is intentional, and I will continue to believe that.
Did you contract it from like taking Sam to the
Even how I got that, like this particular infection.
You think, or
I think it was my job stress, to be honest.
Okay.
I think everything. Like, am I going to lose $200 on this ticket? My brother's coming up. Is my house clean enough? Like, my daughter's sick. What's going to happen with her? Like, I think it was everything plus my job on top of it.
Yeah.
That just, it was so much stress that my body just reacted.
All right.
I mean, it could have been for the hospital. I don't think so because that would have been a 48-hour. Well, I don't know.
Okay.
All I know is as much as I miss you guys this weekend, I really feel. And then in the group chat, we definitely talked about like, you would have had to leave the tent behind to put my body in the back of Rob's truck.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of room in the bag. It was like what do we leave behind? Like, that would have been rough.
What did I say?
Speaking
I said weekend of Bernie's.
Weekend at Bernie's.
Bernie's too.
Yeah.
Weekend at Bert's.
Weekend at Bert's. That was
All right. So as much as that is, let's go. Can we go back to our experience?
No, that was the sad shit. So we're. I'm
Yeah.
here. I lived, bitches.
I have something for you.
Oh, hell yeah.
So we were partying all weekend, and Robert was the only one who brought koozies, and it was like 100 degrees out there. We needed it bad. And so we all got designated ones, and my wife, who hates the Astros with a passion, got stuck with this. And then she stole it.
You got to tell them because it's on audio too.
Oh, it's a Cujo, Cody Johnson.
Cody Johnson, who's from Texas. And I went to the concert in, where is that from? I went to the concert here, I believe. When he came and opened for Luke Combs. And he had that as his koozie.
And it's Astros colors, and it's disgusting.
Yeah.
But it was the only one my wife would use. Yeah. So I'm returning this, and she said, "Here you go, Bert." Bob. Sorry.
Yeah, she started calling me Bob this weekend.
Really, Christine did?
Yes, and I'm not really happy. That's not a name I love. I've known by so many names, but that's the one that I don't know why. It just irks me so bad. Okay, so Friday night, we did the thing. You know, when you go camping, you always set up first.
Yeah. And
then you start partying. So we partied.
So we had 2 beers and then we set up tent.
Right.
Oh,
exactly. But okay, let's get into the part that I liked. We had already spread the word that we're doing a mic.
That was this man. I like to bark. You've seen me outside of clubs. I like to bark, and barking.
Explain what bark is.
Barking is when you're out on the street in front of a club and you're yelling at passerbys. You know, you're trying to grab their attention, bring them inside, engage them a little bit, and talk up the show. That's about to happen. And I love doing that. I absolutely love it. It's exhausting for me. I can only do it for so long before I'm like mentally and emotionally drained, especially if I'm going to perform that night. Like, it's like I have to give myself a break. This guy, on the other hand, was like, I'm going to do another lap. I'm like, oh, all right, buddy. I've been drinking for 8 hours. It's hot.
I don't know how many people were there, but I told every one that was there. They knew.
I'm convinced we had over 150 people.
So you guys were like, just come over to our camp area. Yeah. We got speakers. We're going to do an open mic. Come fuck with us.
Yeah.
Okay. And 150 people showed up.
It was packed.
Yeah. And this is Friday night, so a lot of people didn't come on Friday night. So this is like the pre gamers.
Yes.
Okay.
They all brought chairs.
Yeah.
Dope.
Chairs.
Lights went out at one point, and everyone broke out their phones
Yeah,
and like
that's so cool.
flashlights.
Yeah, it was cool.
It was magical.
Magical. Yeah. We made a lot of good friends that night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, pro tip. Next time we do this, we bring signs that have all of our social media handles on them.
Oh, I didn't bring
or
nothing.
QR codes, and we tape them to the truck so people can follow us. That's how you get followers.
Yeah. I got a pretty good amount of followers.
I did too.
It was pretty cool.
Oh, can I give you another pro tip?
I was scrolling TikTok and I was watching this video. I saw, the chick's videos, it has them all in like a grid. I'm like, that's me.
Is she recorded and put it on her TikTok?
She had recorded me
I
and
love
put it
it.
on TikTok. I was like, what the heck?
I'm
Yeah.
going to give you guys another pro tip. You might know this. I might have told you this one. Whenever you're in a super public area, take one of your flyers or like your QR code, your social media or whatever, just
Airdrop
make one
it.
and airdrop it to every fucking one in the area. Just put your airdrop on and be like, send to all and be like, boom, 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 boom. And you know how many followers? I was at the mall one day and I got like 12 followers. In just like a 5-minute period.
That's
because I
great.
airdropped like my most recent flyer and then said, please follow me.
That's funny.
Hey, I'm just saying.
Shameless.
Marketing, bitches.
I like that.
The Saturday was cool. We got up early,
Ish.
8, and ish.
As tired as you are, you probably can't, in that heat, you
And
probably
that
can't.
heat, it got hot by
sleep,
like 9
right?
o'clock, so we were up
Yeah.
drinking. Went and got some ice.
They have food trucks there, right?
No.
I don't know.
That was a misclaim.
Somewhere.
No.
Oh.
We don't know.
Yeah.
They moved all the parking around, all the
Oh.
camping because of the limited people that came on Friday.
Oh.
And there's a limited amount of people that camped in general. Like, I mean, it was pretty packed, but the premiere, they moved us. And so the food trucks were on the complete other side where they had general admission campers.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was part of the thing about Premiere.
It kind of was, yeah. So we were a little
Yeah,
upset
that
about
sucks.
that.
A
Yeah.
little bummed. Yeah.
What would you guys eat then?
So we found out there was a winery in walking distance next door.
But this was
Wait, there's someplace.
I mean, we bought food. We bought.
I've never
burgers.
been to the Gorge, so I didn't think there was anywhere that you could walk to.
Neither did I. It was
okay.
we learned about this, but this was only after we had played the best game ever.
Okay, let's talk about it.
Beer darts.
Hell
Beer
yeah,
darts.
Beer darts.
Beer darts was awesome.
Explain it.
Yes.
Everybody gets a beer and everybody gets a dart, and you put it on the ground in front of you, and you pick who you throw at, and wherever you puncture the can, you've now got it. The other person has to drink
There's a
it
shotgun?
down.
Or you have to
You
drink.
got to drink it down so it doesn't
spill.
leak.
So it doesn't leak anymore.
So you try and get it as low as you can.
So it's like a modified beer pong
Yeah. So
situation.
we decided we're gonna play with tall boys next time.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, that's the
definitely.
problem. I don't drink beer, so I can't play those
you
games.
You can do a cider.
Twisted tea, cider.
I don't do any of those things. Well, there are some new ones that I like.
Yeah.
They have some like
Truly.
Cut
they have the
water,
Bacardi ones that I like.
ranch waters.
No, I don't like.
Ranch water. Those are
Ranch
good.
I've never had that.
Yeah.
Don't sleep on some
Yeah.
ranch water.
Okay,
was
so
drinking.
what about the actual show?
So we went to
So
the
we went to a
winery.
winery.
Went to the winery. And they had pizza at the winery.
This is Saturday afternoon.
Yeah.
This is Saturday
Okay.
afternoon.
All right. Sorry.
We went to the winery. Walked over there. Me and Joe got a tasting. Christine got a couple.
Yeah, she had a couple bottles,
couple
glasses of bubbles.
Sorry, Christine.
Bubbles, not bottles. She would have if it wasn't $40 a bottle.
Yeah, and then we had
They
pizza.
carried Christine back to the tents.
We took romantic photos.
Yes, we did. We
Yeah.
did take some
I didn't
romantic-
see those.
We'll link those.
Yeah, we can put them.
We should put it on.
We
like,
can put them on the end of this.
All right, cool. Yeah, we'll send them over.
Yeah.
Wait, pause. We don't. We've been going for like 35 minutes.
Okay.
But what I think we should do is like just talk about this, and then have Joe come back in a later episode to talk about Joe.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
okay with that.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
okay with that. Yeah.
Would you want to come back?
Yeah, I'll come back.
Okay, cool.
This is great.
Because there's so much about you I'd like to talk about, but like these experiences are
Yeah.
You know,
I'm good with that.
are once in a lifetime. Well, hopefully.
Not that part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never want to experience this again, but like that's a pretty special thing. Okay, so you went to the winery, and this is all Saturday afternoon.
Yeah.
Saturday afternoon.
We had a
What time was the
romantic
concert?
walk. 7.
7. Starts at 7. Doors open at 5:30. Right. But we're in walking distance. Right.
I just want to point out that Joe said I won the gay vote at the contest.
Yeah.
But he had a romantic walk with Rob, which just means he should have done better with the gays based on
I'm
based
straight
on that
passing. I
theory.
found out I was straight passing.
Straight passing.
Yeah. You know what sucks to find out that you're straight passing? That means that the other people think you're gay.
I'm like, wait.
I was like, whoa.
I'm like, how are you straight passing? You're actually straight.
I'm actually straight, not just straight passing. This is a true story. That was, yeah. But yeah, the winery was dope.
Good pizza. There's a specific brand of wine that I like. It's called Tempranillo. It's kind of like a spicy wine.
I don't drink wine either.
Style,
I'm a basic bitch.
It's like a, I don't know.
Smoky.
Yeah,
it was smooth.
Yeah.
It was.
So they didn't have that on the tasting list.
Did Crispin go with you guys to this?
No.
He stayed back.
I know.
He stayed back. People gave him
Crispin's
food.
a little fucking nomad.
No, he's a fucking raccoon.
That motherfucker is a raccoon.
He's a raccoon.
That is a new nickname.
Yeah, we'll get into that.
Yeah. So I got a bottle of wine, and then I guess then we walked back.
We walked back, yeah.
Yeah, we walked back.
Okay.
And
So it's just the three of you.
Yeah. We walked back. We just kept drinking. We ate some food. We cooked up some hot dogs or some shit.
At what point did you guys see the homie Juan Forno?
So things kind of went in fast forward once we got back. We got back to the campsite at like 2:30.
Because now you're getting ready for the actual
We're
show.
getting ready, but we're trying to like, what are we gonna do? You know, we don't want to go in at 5:30 because the line was already starting to form.
Oh,
and
right.
we're like, we're right here at the gate.
Yeah.
So we'll let everybody go in, and we'll just stroll in at like 6:30.
Right.
You
What
know?
time did it start?
7.
Oh, okay.
So, and that's exactly what we did. But my
Smart.
2 people had to show up still. Juan Forno had to show up. Security was intense. They had dogs. They were searching your vehicles. They were searching you.
Well, you know why?
Yes. And it's,
Tell 'em why.
it's strictly in response to the shooting that was there 3 weeks ago
Right.
or 4 weeks ago.
There was an EDM concert
So-
and people died.
Yes. And I mean, it's tragic. It's horrific. And
Super
so I
sad.
don't mind. I don't mind the added security, but it was just, they were like, your whole party has to arrive at the same time. But our whole party definitely was not arriving at the same time.
Wait.
We worked so much shenanigans. Like, they were like, you can have 2 spots. I'm like, I'm checking in. They're like, we'll figure that out tomorrow for your friends. We pull up and we're like, we need 2 spots. And they're like, you only have 1 vehicle. I'm like, yeah, but see, it says we paid for 2.
Right,
And they're like,
we did.
Okay. So they told us the spot. They gave us like a really big corner
they gave
spot. But then I was like, hey, Robert, when you pull in right next to over here. So it's basically like we had 3 spots.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then, we were able to get everybody in at different times. I went up to the gate and got them through security.
Schmoozed them.
We really
Put
did.
his JokeDaddy charm on.
We were a pretty popular group at the campgrounds. Like
sure.
all the security, everybody knew us. And we're asking us about our
all
shows.
the youngsters are they're like youngster security.
Right, yeah,
people.
yeah.
They're like 16 for the summer job.
They're like, tell me a joke.
Yeah.
Tell me a joke.
We're like, how about you want some booze?
We actually didn't do that.
No, we did not.
I wasn't there, but I promise we didn't do
We
that.
didn't give it to them. Definitely offered.
Now, was Juan coming on his own?
So Juan came on his own. He drove up. So he ended up
Oh,
getting
he came
there.
to meet you guys.
Yeah, he got there at like
Oh.
5.
That made me even sadder when I saw that. So Juan Forno, you're close with him. You went on tour with him.
Yeah.
I'm super close with him. We all.
I'm becoming.
Me and Rob.
They
me and
got
Rob
real
went
close.
to.
We got real
They
close.
docked.
Me and Rob went
Just
to.
one time.
We went to Blink
Google that.
182 with Juan a few weeks ago, and they called me mom the whole time.
Yes.
It was
Yeah.
great.
That was awesome.
Fuckers. And it's not my fault that Juan Forno looks twice my age and is only 31.
He does.
Yeah, he looks like an old man.
Yeah.
I love you, Juan.
I love you too, Juan.
We all love you, Juan.
Yeah.
But when I saw him, I was like, wait, was he just there?
Did you know I'm booking a show with Juan? Another one? I'm really excited for this one. And Eric Escobar. Did I tell you about this?
Yes,
What do you
told me
mean?
that. Yes.
Huh?
Where?
We're going to do a theater show in December.
Oh.
Yeah. We're not exactly sure on the location yet. We're trying to book that, but it's going to be the Three Amigos tour.
Yeah, I was gonna
Or the
say.
Three Amigos show.
Yeah, no, that'll be good.
And if it's good, I want
Who's
to turn it into a
headlining,
tour.
Eric? He's going to switch that on and off?
I think that y'all should rotate it.
How many shows are you doing?
We're just going to do the one for now.
Just do 25,
So,
25,
I don't
25 or
know.
something.
Yeah. I don't
That's
know.
what I would do.
I don't know.
I mean, in reality, Eric should be the
He should be, but it's my show.
top of the bill.
So
So?
I don't know. Some people said it might be my time because I haven't really done a headlining theater in Seattle yet. Like I went to Boise and headlined. Like I've headlined bars.
Yeah, that's true.
So-
I would just split the time evenly.
I
And you go at the end.
would like something like that.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be disrespectful to Eric. That's my boy. And so I'm just really excited.
No.
So
Excited for
You know, it'd be even better if you got Ace to come up too.
who?
Ace.
Ace
Murdoch.
Murdoch?
Oh, but then it would change the Three Amigo thing.
Yeah, it kind of ruins
Three
it.
Amigo and Ace.
Plus Three Amigos plus Juan.
There you go. There you go.
Three Amigos plus Juan.
I liked Ace. He was fun.
I do. But I'd really like to get maybe like a Latina female comedian up there to like host or something.
There's a couple out here that people don't realize are Latino. We can talk about it later.
No. So what?
Well, you know, are you doing?
Put on a dress.
Are you doing? You're not. You're white, Rob. We've had this.
I know.
We've had this. Rob forgets.
I do.
Rob's the only one in the room who forgets their race.
Fuck off. What was I gonna say? Oh, are you doing one of Juan's show in October? At the Jewel Box?
No. Is that camera on me? No, Juan, I'm not. So I don't know. Maybe.
I am.
You are?
And so is Rob.
We've worked enough together.
No, you have. I mean, he took you to Canada. That's huge. So
Yeah.
That's huge. Okay, so Juan was there. I was very sad. It made me even more sad that I wasn't there.
So we're like fast forward drinking. Like my buddies are trying to get caught up. And then like Juan showed up like an hour and a half after them. So we had to go back up to the gate and get him through security. And by the way, let me just say this. You didn't go. My other buddy went up. So we're like on the phone with Juan as he's going through security, and like somebody like pre-interviews him and like, do you have any weapons, any drugs? And he's like, I've got edibles.
What a dumbass.
I was like, what? I'm like on the phone and I hear him and I'm like, he's from Canada.
He's from Canada.
But that's honest. Why and he has to with his work visa.
That's true.
If he gets in trouble, he'll get sent back. So
yeah.
But it was just super funny. He just sounded so cute and just like, I have edibles.
Okay, so pause. I think that we should verify that we could talk about that on this podcast before we finish this.
Okay.
Shout out to Nook, our producer.
Yeah, flag that.
We should make sure. We might have to cut that. We'll have to cut that.
Damn. I mean, uncensored
actually, we
version.
could just probably cut out the part where it says edibles. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I've got.
Bleep. Right, exactly.
So
we might have to edit that.
So we were so on fast forward, trying to start drinking. But Robert had a plan, and he bought a bottle of wine.
It's because he's the oldest one.
And he was going to drink that.
I was going to drink that. But, you know, I've always been known to drink shower beers.
Yeah.
But now I had to step it up and drink shower wine.
Fancy.
Because we're fancy. Pinky's out.
We made a video of it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can see that on their social medias.
Yeah, it is on my social media.
It's a thing.
And then I drink tequila.
So you had to up the game.
No. Pause. Joe Gomez's blood type is Casamigos.
Casamigos.
Whatever.
I'm trying to get that, trying to get that sponsorship. Yeah, endorsement.
You want them to pay for that theater show?
Cazadores, like always. I got a gallon in the house at all times.
Joe's blood type is definitely tequila.
So I'm like, well, I'm going to go drink a tequila. I'm going to go have a tequila shower. And so he opened the door and I'm butt naked. He's videotaping me.
Oh, so we didn't see that one.
No, I posted it.
Oh, I haven't seen it yet then. Okay.
I got to repost it because it had no audio, but it was pretty funny.
All
right.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys go into the show.
We go into the show. It's hot. It's crowded. It's crazy. DJ Cypher did a great job getting the crowd real hype. The cameras were dope. They were all over the place. This guy got on the camera like so many times.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Well, that's because this guy happens to look like the fucking headliner.
Yeah, he did.
They're like, is that Bert in the audience?
Yeah. Homeless Bert Kreischer over here.
Right.
It was fun.
So the show was cool. Dope. I don't know if do we need to talk about the show at all itself?
Well, I mean,
what do you think of Bert Kreischer's performance, Robert?
Mr. Robert Penner does not know about Bert Kreischer's show.
Did you black out before?
Yes.
We will have pictures.
In my Roger Lazola voice. What?
Yeah.
I'm caught up on that.
I did not know this. This is breaking news, boys and girls.
And the alcohol combined.
Did you end up at like the medical tent?
No, we were
not that bad.
Not that bad. We were like, we got this.
I heard him, but I was
based on that, I might have died this weekend. They might not have actually saved me.
No, as long as we didn't go in, like once we're in the venue, we're like, no, we ain't. You're fine.
Yeah.
Power through, bro. Power through.
Were you giving him waters?
We didn't have any. So we get in and we buy a few drinks and then we leave and buy a
This is
few
why having
drinks.
women around
and then
matters.
all of a sudden Juan Forno comes back and he's like, did you know that they sell bottles of wine and you can get 2? So Juan Forno comes back with 2 bottles of wine and the 4 of us chug them.
Wow.
And yeah, that did my boy in.
Our next podcast is going to be an AA meeting, televised live.
So, but it was dope, and then the show was really cool.
Bert?
No,
or
he
you don't.
did.
You just don't remember.
I heard it.
And
But
this
you were
was
asleep.
his
But
like.
Or you're passed out.
This was Robert's idea. Like he wanted,
Right.
like this was like he put it all together, and it was really.
Hey, Robert is a grown ass man who made his bad
He did.
choices.
He did, but he had a blast.
I did have a blast.
And then we got back to the camp and we
Makes a
partied
big
some
story.
more. Bert ended the show really cool. There was fireworks.
I heard.
He brought everybody out on stage.
That's cool.
It was beautiful. His
So do you want to say
kids.
who were the other comedians that were there?
Oh man,
Big J.
Maddie Smith, who I'd never heard of. She's on Wild and Out.
yeah.
I don't know her.
And she was
That's not the redheaded
hilarious.
chick, is it?
no.
No,
Yeah, I don't know her.
I'll share her IG with you.
So there was a girl?
Yeah.
there was.
Okay.
Yeah, she opened up the show.
Yeah.
Because originally, Tiffany
Tiffany had been-
Haddish was supposed to be there.
She'd been on a couple of the spots.
Yeah.
She'd been.
Oh, but she didn't come to the Gorge.
She didn't come to the
Okay.
Gorge.
And then
Rob Barbosa.
Rob Barbosa went after
Big J.
her.
Okerson.
Big J.
Big J.
Stavros.
Stavros.
Stavros. Yeah.
Norm. No, Mark.
Mark Norman.
Mark Norman.
Oh, Mark Norman was
Mark
there.
Norman was a beast.
Bruce.
Bruce.
Oh.
Bruce.
Yeah,
Tore
old
it
school,
up.
man. Yeah, he tore it up.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wish they would have had a little bit bigger of a woman on there. Like a more famous woman.
Oh.
There's plenty of famous women that
don't
could.
know. She's pretty big. I mean,
they're talking
she's on
about
Wild
next
and
year
Out and shit.
They're talking about next year doing a 2-day.
That'd be dope.
Yeah, I'm already like, okay, and I will not drink.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I don't drink a lot. Anyways.
Joke Daddy will be performing day 1 of that tour. I assure you, Bert.
I'll let you.
Okay, so was that the big surprise that you guys were talking about before we started taping?
No.
The fact that Rob didn't even see the machine
Yeah.
happen?
No, I don't know if we're gonna get to this, but it was on that quick topics.
Oh, okay, yeah, we'll get to it. So you guys had a good time.
we had a great time.
Any
We had a
drama
great time.
coming home?
No.
Okay, cool.
I don't think so.
Stop for some good Mexican food, and
Yeah,
that was it.
good. It was
I'm really
cool.
glad you had a good time.
It was dope.
I'm glad I didn't die. And
I'm glad you didn't die.
I'm glad you
now-
didn't die either, because you're not permission.
I'm now not convinced that they would have saved me, so I'm glad I was. I think Christine
was
probably would have
breathing.
been like, "No, she has to go."
He was breathing.
And I made it from the venue back to my tent, so I wasn't that bad.
We didn't have to carry him.
That's
so,
good.
Yeah,
That's good.
we did have to put him to bed both nights.
Yeah, I know.
Jesus
Like
Christ.
completely put him to bed.
But I'm really glad you had a good time,
Yeah.
and I hope we have more opportunities to do stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crispin is a raccoon. We didn't talk about this at all.
yeah.
But he is a raccoon. So night 1, he's in my tent because not my tent. I let him borrow a tent.
tent, right.
And I'm so glad I gave him the one that's like 10 years old because in the middle of the morning, sometime between 3 and 5 a.m., I hear a ripping noise and it's him coming out of the side of the tent.
So he doesn't know how to get out of a tent.
He was so drunk
That he was going out the side.
that he
instead of
went
the
out the
front.
side instead of the front, just ripped it right open and just on the
Okay,
seam.
Hulkamania.
And he's like, I have no idea what happened. It was hilarious the next morning. It's like, dude, you're just a savage. And then like the guy would like open a beer and then like put it in the cooler and then like open another beer.
Yeah, we'd find beers open beers in the cooler.
Same with waters. And then like he'd snack. He'd like grab like a handful and like put it down and like he's just a freaking raccoon. Like I don't know what else to say. It's hilarious. He's adorable. He has no idea what he's doing in life. So
Yeah.
I'm glad that I was there and Robert was there, Christy. We all adopted him. We're like the weirdest.
Yeah, he was
Threesome couple with
He was making hella friends though out there, and
Oh, I'm sure he was.
and then like so after even though I was passed out after the show, we did another mic after the show.
How was that?
It was good. It wasn't as well attended.
Yeah,
but
people are tired and they're
people
drunk.
were tired and there's a lot of comedy from one day. And
Yeah,
but it was still, I mean, I'd say 50, 75 people.
That's cool.
Yeah. And then Juan
But
closed
the
it
idea
out.
works.
yeah, we got one to close it out. And
The idea works, and so now you know
Oh yeah.
you know how to
yeah.
plan better for next time.
Oh, they're gonna be
and,
looking for it
How
next
many,
year.
how many first timers come?
Oh, like 3. We had 3 first timers.
people go up. That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and there was that one guy who came out on Friday, Max Whitesong.
He's like
He's from
Oh, I know
Bremerton.
Max.
Yeah.
He's hilarious.
Yeah, Max is funny.
He came out and crushed it. He was like, I got a friend who's in town, and he wanted me to take him into the city. I was like, well, I'm going to Bert Kreischer. You should come out there with me, because you're just gonna see a bunch of like fat drunk people on a bunch of drugs, which is basically the same as in Seattle. So, living in tents. He said it way better than me. So I didn't
So
write the joke.
basically, Max Weissong would have also beat JokeDaddy at the Stepping Stone.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
That's
Can't win 'em
funny. Okay,
all right.
so I'm really glad you guys had a good time, and I'm really sad that I wasn't there.
Yeah.
But let's not. I don't want that to be our last time.
No.
Yeah.
Also glad I'm still here to talk about it because that could have gone really scary. Okay, so I know this is not like our typical format, right? So we're gonna have JokeDaddy come back and talk more about him. But we can still do. Let's skip over the questions unless there was something urgent that you wanted to talk to us about.
Me? Mm-hmm. Nah, not really. I'm taking a video.
Okay,
Let's act normal.
what's that?
Well, like normal, like we're doing a podcast, but normal. Yeah.
Normal, like you're doing a podcast, but. Well, let's just go to dope or trash, right? Is that where we're at?
I'm good. I'm good with
Sounded
that.
like Joe had dope or trash.
Unless you have questions that you want to ask on this episode, or you want to just wait till next time.
No, well, I was like, I don't know what kind of topics like we should talk about, and I was like, well, like baseball, like that always seems controversial. Like, do people like baseball? I know you like California sport teams.
No.
But are you an actual like baseball fan?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
'Cause you're an Oakland fan.
Yeah. I'm an Oakland A's fan.
And so that's what I was. So then
It's
he
a
was like,
sore
"That's a
subject.
sore subject."
It's still a sore subject.
I mean, it's a sad subject.
It's sad.
Just because they might be moving to Vegas.
So going back to being at the All-Star game.
Yeah.
So the Oakland A's fans passed out flyers.
Yeah.
I sent her a thing.
Did you hear about that?
Oh yeah, of
That's so
course.
cool.
And so they had already done it.
I wish you would have got one and brought one to me.
I have one. I'll get.
Oh, I want it.
I'll get it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
You forget I'm from the Bay.
No, I remember.
Oh, okay.
But you're from San Francisco.
Yeah, but I got, you know how.
No, I'm not from San Jose, but
I've got
yeah.
18 uncles and aunts. So between them, I've got a couple black sheep who are Oakland A's fans.
No, well, understand
so-
when you said if I'm a baseball fan, understand this. If you listen to our sports episode or our first sports episode, we talk about that. At 9
See,
years,
I don't like sports.
At 9 years old,
It's like Seattle sports.
oh, at 9 years old, where most little girls are having like princess parties and shit, I was at an Oakland A's game watching
Nice.
Jose Canseco. Like I grew up watching sports, not as much baseball
I
and
was
definitely
named
not
after him.
basketball. What
I was named after Jose Canseco.
is that your middle name?
Huh?
Or just Joe came from?
Joseph.
Oh, okay,
Jose.
got it.
Yeah, but I just go by Joseph.
Oh,
Just kidding.
I was waiting for you to admit that was a lie. So I was like, that's not how that works. But
That's not how that works. I was named after Joe Montana. That's not a lie. So my mom was like,
love JokeDaddy.
my mom was like, it's going to be Joseph,
right,
but okay.
that's pretty.
So my
dope,
dad is
actually.
always like, yeah.
I love your dad.
Okay,
Yeah.
so going to the Oakland A's, they did the fans did a thing, and we stood up
Because the fans want the owners to sell so they can keep them in
stay in the Bay
Oakland.
Area, right? Okay.
And so they
All right.
did. They as a labor organizer, they did a job action
They did
basically.
a silent strike.
There was a movement to keep Oakland in Oakland, and I love that for them.
yeah.
I love that for us because Oakland. We talked about it on the episode. A baseball team, period, in Vegas sounds stupid. Anyways, thank you for letting me relive that
Is that your
drama.
official topic? Baseball?
No, but topics. I mean,
dope or trash?
we can go
Dope or
into
trash?
dope or trash.
Is that what you're trying to say?
That's
Or-
what that was going to be my thing.
Oh, I mean,
Yeah.
where do you stand on baseball as a sport?
Oh, baseball is a sport. I think it's the most wholesome sport there is.
America.
Like, it is. No, not even America. I just think that just the whole concept of baseball is the purest thing ever.
Well, yeah, and you're a
it's-
coach, so.
and it's the best. Yeah, but I've coached soccer and I've
Oh.
coached all life coach.
Yikes.
Yeah, I know, right? Like, can you imagine?
No.
Yeah, those people are super successful. Look at y'all. I've coached y'all in comedy.
Yeah.
Look at y'all. You just did 30 minutes.
We are failing at life.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
so
no,
baseball is dope for you.
I think baseball is the best.
This is the easy one.
Yeah.
Dope.
Obviously, this is
dope.
the other
I thought
half-
you guys threw it
other
out
half
to
of
the
life.
crowd and then they vote on it like
it's a-
during the thing.
What?
Like it was like a poll for like your listeners, like for feedback.
No,
That's what I thought you did.
We talk about it here.
Yeah.
We talk about it here. Obviously, I love baseball too, so baseball's dope.
Nook.
I enjoy me some baseball.
Okay, so everybody loves baseball.
Joe's face. He can talk?
I know. I didn't know he was so quiet over there this whole time.
Well, he's our producer, so a lot of times producers don't participate, but we love Lamont. So,
Yeah, I like that.
and like afterwards, we'll take a picture with him.
Dope.
So yeah, he's
Hell
dope.
Yeah.
That's not my official topic. Lamont is
Oh, no.
dope or trash.
You mean.
No, he's not. Go ahead.
Mashups. Like lately, there's been like this thing, and I know you're not like the super country fan, but like this like country rap mashups. Have you even is it even on your radar at all?
I mean, like Little Nas X Old Town Road type shit.
No, like
No.
Morgan Wallen,
Well, fuck that guy, but go ahead.
Tupac.
Tupac.
He did a Dear Mama mashup. That was pretty dope.
I've seen some.
Yeah.
I've seen some other ones. Okay, I've seen a Jelly Roll. God, it was like a rock song. I can't think right now offhand.
I can't. I don't know if I've seen
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I don't know.
It's all over
I do like
TikTok.
Jelly Roll. I know.
I like Jelly Roll.
We're not supposed to. We're not supposed to.
Why?
I don't know.
I don't know why.
why we're not
Oh,
supposed to like Jelly
that's the Trump dude, isn't it?
No.
Isn't he a
No.
Trumper?
I don't think so.
There's a couple.
Jelly Roll is
He's a rags to riches.
He's a rags to
like-
riches dude. He was more rap. When he was in and out of prison or jail, and then he was more of a rapper. But then he transitioned to being more
mean,
like country.
country rock.
I have
Yeah.
Grand by Kane Brown on my like favorite playlist. You know what I'm saying? And I love like the Dixie Chicks. There's some country I like for sure.
Chicks.
Yeah.
Okay, so no, formerly known as Dixie Chicks. I think they're just called the People now. They're not even the Chicks.
They're not Chicks
just the
anymore.
People.
They them. They them.
They're non-binary. They're just the People.
They people.
So here's my thing, and I don't think this is a praise as anybody that knows me. Like, I tend to be very much about principles and ethics and morals. And so if you are some of the stuff that we're hearing out of country, it's some stuff that I don't even want to talk about right now is getting very controversial about songs that have very racist undertones and things like that. And I'm not talking old school country. I'm talking people that are putting out music right now.
Small town.
There we go. And
I haven't dived into that. I don't know anything about it. It's off my radar. But
it's just not. Please don't mash
I know.
up somebody like Tupac and somebody who's racist. You know what I'm saying? Like I struggle with that. As far as a concept, I love it because they have a hip hop and 80s mashup. So yes, I will say as a category of music, mashups are fucking dope. My dad was a DJ though, right? So like I grew up in
I was struggling to
creative
make up
artistic
topics today, I'll
music
be honest.
stuff.
No, I think it's a good
That's all that
topic.
came to my head.
I think it's
I don't know.
say
I
dope.
think that I think I mean racism, right, in country music, right? It can be embedded in there or interpreted that way, possibly. We could also say that there's a lot of homophobia in hip hop.
Oh, for sure.
In
And a lot of
early hip hop,
sexism
and
and all of them.
especially
Yes.
in the Bay Area.
Yes,
Right.
no doubt.
And so it's
No
like,
doubt.
so we don't listen to them no more either.
No,
I'm just saying, if we're going to
I'm
hold
not
people
saying
to
that.
that standard, or we're going to say, you know what, maybe we don't actually know the people, and all we're seeing is little clips and stuff.
No, because I think that those people, I think rappers that put out homophobic music are usually homophobic people. You know what I'm
mean,
saying?
it's the
And
culture.
Just like I think the country artists that are like, we can shoot whoever we want to type shit, which is what's coming out. Some of the problematic stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like that is who they are. My thing is don't take an icon of Black Power and put them with someone who's like the complete opposite of that. So mashups
I don't know if we
again.
know that
Mashups
Morgan Wallace
as
is actually racist.
I'm not saying.
So I don't know.
I don't know.
I've heard stories, but
Sometimes I look at it at the lens of music, and not the.
As a category, mashups are dope. So I'll say dope.
Say dope.
All right, Nook, what do you think? Mashups? Well, he's a producer.
As a producer, what do you think?
Specifically rap and country?
No, just
Just
as a
mashups.
Just in general? No, that's tight, yeah.
Okay.
Have you heard that Tupac Morgan Wallen mashup?
No.
new.
It's pretty dope.
I'll tell you a mashup that I saw this weekend on YouTube. I don't know if you guys saw it. Ed Sheeran was in Detroit at the Ford Center.
that was
so Ed
cool.
Sheeran's like, "Hey, you guys, I'm gonna, we're in Detroit. I'm gonna do an Eminem song. Sing along if you want, And I was the first clip I saw was the one from the top, right?
Yeah,
And so
me
you
too.
could watch the stage open up, and I was like, Eminem's coming out, right? And sure enough, that was so dope. And I just showed him yesterday.
I've only seen the Lose Yourself. Right?
Yeah, there's a longer one with Stan.
They did Stan.
Yeah, but I just thought that was so dope.
They did Stan?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
did
Are you
Stan.
kidding
Well,
me?
because it's
Stan, I mean,
melodic.
sorry.
So he did
Yeah.
So Ed could sing with him. So Ed
did
sang
the
the
Dido
Dido part.
part,
You know
right.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
But that was so cool. And I was talking to my friend about it yesterday. Like in any city that would have been cool, but to do that in Detroit,
Yeah.
that was so fucking cool. And Eminem looked great and sounded great. So
I should hope
that's
so.
a mashup. You know what I'm saying? Technically,
is.
So I think mashups are dope. But
Yeah.
okay,
You got one.
cereal for dinner. I love it.
Ooh.
I eat cereal almost every night at some
She said
point.
the first food topic.
She did.
We were talking.
We were like, he was like, let's
Before
do
the pod,
food.
when
Yeah.
you went to the restroom, and I was telling him some of the ones we've done before,
Yeah.
and they were all the ones I was talking about was food ones. Cereal for breakfast for dinner.
For dinner.
I like breakfast for dinner, but like cereal in particular for dinner, it just has to be like one of those like long days where you just don't feel like making shit.
Well, when
And-
I
and-
leave the bar, most people when they leave the bar, they'll go to like tacos or they'll go
Yeah.
to Jack in the Box. And not that I won't eat those too, but like most of the time I'm like, nope, I want honeycomb at home.
So is that your cereal choice?
Depends. Honeycomb, Life,
Life?
Apple Jacks. Why they
None of
got
these
Wow. Wow.
real judgy.
I was going to ask after we got
real
past
judgy.
this about cereal, but wow,
they
since
got
we're
real
here.
judgy here.
Well, those are very obscure.
Why?
Yes.
What are
Because
yours?
I try not to eat the
Pebbles.
super sugary
Fruit
ones.
Loops.
I like Fruity Pebbles.
Diabetes in a
Frosted
box.
Flakes, aka Tony T's.
I bet you they have the same amount of sugar.
Not honeycomb and not
What
Life.
else? What else? What else?
Not
what else?
Life.
Apple Jacks, yeah.
Honeycomb, I think so.
Lucky Charms.
Not that I don't like eating those, but I
What's
try
your
and
favorite, absolute favorite? If there's only one cereal you could eat
honey
for the
bunches
rest,
of oats with almonds.
that's pretty good.
I've never had it. It's
What's
too
your
healthy. It's
favorite?
too healthy for me.
It is. What's your favorite? Like one that's the last one you could have.
Fruity Pebbles.
Oh, Raisin Bran clusters. That's the other one.
That's basically the same thing.
They are.
Yeah.
But it has raisins
Come
in
on,
it.
Joe. What's your?
Frosted Flakes, but it's got to
Tony
have
T's.
bananas in it.
I call it Tony T's.
Tony T's.
Tony T's.
Okay, Nick.
But I don't think.
Oh.
I don't like breakfast for dinner. I like cereal for like dessert, like my midnight snack.
Well, that is kind of what it is.
Yeah.
But when I-
But like for
when
my
I am
kids,
tired-
like I'm like have a bowl of cereal for dinner. It's easy.
Yeah.
So here's the thing, because I don't know if we've ever actually talked about this, but because I had a gastric bypass, I don't eat a lot. So when I'm out, especially because I'm out so much with comedy, I have so much leftovers. I usually eat leftovers for dinner,
Sure.
but then I'm hungry a couple hours later, and that's when I'll eat it.
Okay.
So it can be
It's on the same level.
You know,
Okay.
I don't cook a lot because I have so many leftovers. But if I don't have leftovers or I just don't even feel like heating up the leftovers, then I'll go to cereal.
Notice the most simple humble brag right there. I do so many shows when I'm out for comedy, and I get all this food, all this comped food that I just.
That was not a humble brag.
I can eat it the next day, the day after that.
85% of those are open mics. And 65% of those are open mics that I created. So
I'm losing weight
It's
because I'm
not a
not doing
flex.
shows
It's not
during
a
the month of
flex.
July.
it's not a flex.
All right,
Okay.
Nick, what was it?
Cereal
Cereal
for dinner.
I never really felt like cereal was enough for a meal in general, but like a snack whenever, yeah, that's all good.
Okay, now
Well, what's your-
follow up. What's your favorite cereal?
You don't know.
I don't need a ton of cereal.
I knew there was something wrong with him. There we go.
Well, breakfast food in general, I don't really have a
What?
huge relationship with. Yeah,
It was deprived.
yeah,
as
I'm
a
weird,
child.
man.
Yeah.
I like lunch and dinner stuff.
Okay.
All right.
I
Full
don't even
meal.
know what to say.
Full meal deals.
He is passionate about plastic bags. Like
Yes.
Nook is.
Yeah.
He's an anomaly. That
Every
guy.
dinner is like a 3-course thing, huh?
I'm a special guy, man.
We know. We know. All right. One more.
Do you got another one?
Dope or trash?
Oh, dope or trash? Shoot. I don't know. I didn't know we were going to think of
Okay,
another
let's.
one.
I want to skip that. I just want to review a moment that happened when we walked in here, and see how Joe felt about it. So we walked up, and for everyone who doesn't know, the studio is actually out of someone's house, and we have to be let in the back. So we walked into the back door, and there's some people working on the house, on the top of the house. And there's some roofers here. There's some roofers here. And as you know, Rob thinks he's Latino, and Joe is actually Latino. And sure enough, who was on the roof? Joe Gomez.
Couple white guys, man.
Oh, white dude.
Taking our jobs,
How
bro.
did you feel about that, Joe?
I was shocked, and I was like, hey, y'all need a hand? Like, I feel like representation matters. Like, and the guy was so cold. He was so cold. He's like, no. I'm like, Billy, hurry up. Like, bro, it is, what time is it? It's like past 5 p.m. Like, Mexicans would have been done by 3.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, affirmative action is already over completely.
I guess.
There's white dudes doing roofing jobs.
Yeah.
With PNW.
They overcharged you, bro.
All right. Sorry. I just thought that was funny.
It was funny.
I wanted Joe's take on that. It was like the upside down for a minute. Okay. I don't think we need to do another round because we kind of went long already.
Okay, that's fine.
I'll do better next time if you want to have me back.
No,
Yeah,
we do.
We want you back.
I really wanted, the reason I suggested having you is because of
The weekend.
my own
Like
situation and that
the whole
and the
lead-up all
shared
went together.
experience of it. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't want to talk about it in 2 months from now when you come on and be like, oh, when we went to Burt Kreischer. I'm like, oh, we could just have Joe on this week if he's available.
Right.
So let's see. What else? We close up with Whelp, which is just what we got going on. So this episode will be released in 2 weeks. So next Wednesday will be our last episode. And so like the first week of August is when we'll be releasing this. So what shows do you have coming on? What life is coming on?
I've kind of said this a couple times, but it's summertime, and so I don't do a lot of shows. So I don't think that first week of August, I actually don't think I have anything booked. You're probably going to correct me. I probably signed up for something on the
I don't know.
on the collective
I don't know.
producers page. I do that all the time. I have to check it because I'm like, I forget. And so I don't really have anything because I'm just spending time with my family right now.
That's dope.
I only have so many summers left. You know,
He's not dying or anything. His kids are just
my
getting
kids
older.
are just, they're going to be 18. I say they're going to move out like I actually believe it, but my 21-year-old, she's still there, putting beer in my fridge now.
She's only 21. She's
Putting
not
beer
very
in my
old.
fridge. I'm like,
not
is
very
that
old.
my beer now?
Yes, you own that shit.
She bought it.
Well, at least a couple.
She
Just
never
leave a
stole my.
post-it note.
She never
Taxes,
bought mine.
man.
What'd you
One-
say?
Taxes.
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 20%.
Is she paying rent?
Nah, because she
Oh, that's
still
your
goes to
fucking
school.
beer, bro.
She still goes to school.
That's your
and
fucking
so
beer.
the deal was, as long as you're in school, you're good.
Yeah.
So you're going to learn more about Joe when we bring him back for a more traditional episode, but he has 4 kids.
Yeah.
4 children. And he's a great dad.
I'm sure by the time this airs, I'll have shows, so you're gonna have to check out the Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is your Instagram?
J Gomez 206.
Yep. It's on the screen too,
Yeah. Or you can find me at # JokeDaddy.
but you can probably find a lot of things at JokeDaddy, but
Nice.
I just go to the Joe Gomez one. What you got going on?
I think I messed up last episode and I said something that was in July and it's actually in August. The big ones I'm on in August are I'm opening at Vinifera on the 11th.
Ooh.
I'm gonna do a spot that our friend AJ has. I think we're going the same day.
Crave?
Crave.
Yeah. No, I'm doing that. Yeah, someday
I think
in August.
we all agreed to do it on the same day. Anyways,
Taking carpool.
Yeah.
to
Marysville. Yeah.
Marysville. And then I think I guess the biggest one for me in August is doing the Bremerton guest spot at Tracerton for Maisha,
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Miss Mosley. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
That's
also
on the 17th. So.
August 5th. I don't know about you guys, but
Oh.
August 5th, Josh Firestein, who's the booker at TCC, is having a barbecue. So I know I'm going to that. That's going to be really fun to just like hang out with comedians.
You're going to brag about that to these people who can't come?
But hey,
I don't care.
But the 19th.
But the
For the
19th.
19th.
We're having a barbecue at my house.
Yes, the Open
the
Mic
Drunken
Collective.
Squirrel.
The Open Mic Collective is gonna do a barbecue / comic, like an open mic where we, people if they want to do like crowd work and stuff, because a lot of people are afraid to do crowd work, but we can crowd work on each other. So
It'll be a safe space for crowd work.
yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun. So we're doing that.
And these people could come.
Yeah,
Maybe
absolutely.
you have to hit us up in the DMs.
Yes.
And we'll have to vet you. But I mean,
Yeah.
there's a shot, like for real.
Yeah,
For real.
we're very inclusive.
You can crack a beer with JokeDaddy.
It's true.
It's called the draw. Yeah. Yeah.
He just barked to
red
the
wine
entire
with me.
internet. Oh, that's great. We should tell Juan to see if Juan can come. Anyways,
There's only room for one Mexican there.
oh,
One
you already have
Mexican.
Rob. So what are you gonna do? Not the Mexican. He's gonna wear a shirt. This is not
I
the
have a shirt. Do you see what
Mexican.
it says?
I know.
It says El Gringon.
So you have to wear that to identify yourself as the non-Mexican.
And I'll wear one
immigrant.
that says El Frijole.
The funny thing about Juan is that we talk about him like he's Mexican. He's not even
He's not
Mexican.
even
No, he's a Mexican. He's a Canadian.
No, but he's
Well, but even
he's,
at that, he's Honduran.
yeah, he's not.
No, I think
he's
it's
not even.
Venezuelan.
No, it's not Venezuelan.
It's
No, I think
Honduran?
he is Honduran.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
It's either Honduran or Guatemalan.
Oh, he might be going.
I don't know, whatever.
Either way, he's not fucking Mexican.
No, he's
not
from
Mexican.
Central America.
He's
yes,
Other Mexican.
he's funny. Check out the Snow Mexican on Prime
Yes.
Video right now. Not right now, but after the episode's done.
Yeah.
In August, I have. God, I have a few things in August. I'm really proud of this. I don't think I've talked about it, but through Gig Salad, if you're not a comedian, is just a way to book shows. Basically, you sign up for it and you say what your talents are, and then people can go on there like, I'm having a kids party, I need a clown. So anybody that's in the area that's a clown will get an email and they can kind of negotiate for, did you just point at him and say he's a clown?
No.
Do you know this one?
So I don't, but I'll tell you, I want to hear it.
I want to hear what yours is.
So I've tried to get some Gig Salad bookings before.
It's hard.
And it's not always for me. Sometimes I'm like, I'm willing to just, produce a bigger show if that's
Yeah.
what people want. So I'm really excited about this. It's in Yakima on a Thursday night, the 17th of August. It's for a women's political event, but it's not political comedy. But I love it because I did politics, right? So it's
Right.
probably a bunch of women that I'm going to know. I think it might be for the League of Women's Voters, but they haven't given me the final information. So I got the budget together and I'm saving it to the end. We're both getting paid a really good paycheck and we're getting hotels that night. And I booked to carpool with me and perform as the headliner, Monica fucking Nevi.
Monica Nevi,
And I'm
nice.
so excited
That's gonna be
about
dope.
that. So I'm really excited about that. And then I have a show. I have a couple shows, good shows in August. So whatever. Follow my social media.
Yo.
What's your Gig Salad story?
Can I start?
Yeah.
On the way there to the gorge, this motherfucker gets hit up to do a kid's birthday.
Oh.
Yeah, we're like, it started off, you thought it was a kid's birthday,
Yeah.
but we found out what the age gap,
19.
Oh, okay.
It was a
So you're a young
19-year-old
adult.
birthday
Right.
party.
and then you finished.
Did you say there's a lot of guys at TCC that want to talk about their dicks? I'll give you their phone numbers.
Yeah, no, this is a Joke Daddy production. So, like you, I'm on Gig Salad to perform or to book shows.
Oh, so that's what
So
it was.
I'm a producer. Yeah.
Dope.
So because I was already going to see Bert, I'm like scrambling, and I gave him a bid, and he accepted. So then I was like, okay, now I got to find comedians. And so we're like on the road, driving up 90, like going
When
over
is
the.
it?
What?
When's the
already
show?
was.
It was on Saturday. I was doing the Burt. I was in Eastern Washington at the Gorge.
Oh, so you got other comedians
So
to
I
go
had to
do it.
hire other comedians. I'm totally flying blind trying to book this.
That's not that hard.
I thought
It
was
is.
pretty
I had just a couple hours to confirm because if I couldn't lock down comedians for the next day,
So shout out who it was.
I ended up getting Shad Foster to headline,
Oh,
Trey Walker to feature, and Laura Lyons to host. And so
2 out of 3 ain't bad. Good job.
3 out of 3 is great.
2 out of 3 ain't bad.
You know,
Good
you gotta
job,
have
Joe.
people that that can represent and can do what they do. So I hit up.
That's dope.
I hit up a lot of people,
And they hit you.
and
up,
it was
too.
just Oh man, people. I was blowing up, and so I had to go with people who I was hitting up first. And
I thought it was
it's
kind of cool
hard.
that while you were playing, you were working.
I was man, they were so mad at me. Like, you're such a dad. You're on vacation. Like, why are you working? I'm like over there, like hiding from the sun, trying to text.
People think I'm on the phone all the time, just like scrolling away. I'm like, no, I'm fucking doing work right now. Like, nothing. I don't do a lot of scrolling aimlessly on social media anymore. Well, I never really have, but
I have no time for that.
all right. Anything else we can talk about? Well, this is kind of like out of character episode, but I'm glad it
liked it.
happened.
I'm glad it happened,
We had
too.
so much going on.
Yeah, it
and
was
our stories
needed.
were so weird and intersecting. And
Yeah.
hope you
if
like
this
it.
ever happens again, and I go somewhere and have a medical emergency, please don't get so drunk I die, boys.
Okay.
I'm just glad he
He said,
didn't die.
okay.
I know.
He's like, all right, I won't.
He's the one who
Gosh.
almost died, man.
I'm glad you're okay too, and I'm sorry that you didn't get to see Bird, but also that's your bad, bro.
Yeah, that's
like,
my story. I've seen it before. It's not
all the more reason to
but-
go next time,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
So it's also the reason why I don't drink or really even smoke, especially in settings like that, because I don't want to miss anything.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to get like overheated and get sick or no.
Yeah, I didn't do that either. Anything.
The lies we tell. All right, anything else before we go? It was a pleasure having you.
Yo, thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, and you're gonna come back and like really talk about who Joe Gomez is, right?
Yeah, whenever. Just let me know.
Yeah.
It's right down the road from my house.
Yes.
Yeah, we like
Yes.
So,
I love you.
oh, I love you too.
Yeah.
You too, man.
Love you too, Bob.
We're
I didn't know Bob. Okay. All
of
right.
all the names, we could call him Bobby. That'd be better. Oh, actually, Bobby's something you grew up on, though, right?
No.
Oh, Bobby. I like Bobby.
I don't know. Nook said earlier Bobby Pins.
Bobby
Oh,
Pins.
I was like,
That's so gangster.
PNZ.
that's my rap name.
All right, we could talk about
like
that.
it.
All right, anything else?
All right. That's it.
All right, it's been real. Make sure your friends don't die at concerts.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to.
Chicken grease. Later.
Wait, shout out to our studio real quick. Stay hydrated. Our producer, Nook Nook, and it's been hot out there. Make sure that you all stay hydrated.
hydrated.
All right, we'll see you soon. Peace out.
Peace out.